to say. This is going to be the technicals for CBT, Dr. Warren course 5302. First, I would like to talk about my experience that I had with my colleague Taylor in our video that we did, and we focused on CBT, and we use our personal life experiences, and it was a very great experience for me. I think that's why I appreciate this course a lot. I was able to, revisit the past and, finding some of the reasons why I was able to cope with the traumatic experience that I went through after losing my mom, my dad, and had to go through a divorce at the same time. So yeah, it was a very personal experience, and I was glad that my colleague Taylor was very patient, and she did a great job in listening, and at the same time, kind of like guiding me through the questions that she was asking. So it was a great experience, and I'm very, very thankful for that. So on my presentation today, I'm going to talk about the techniques of CBT. Most of you, CBT abbreviation for cognitive behavior therapy. It's a widely used psychotherapeutic approach that focuses on the interconnections between thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. It's aimed to identify and change negative thought patterns and behaviors that contribute to psychological distress. CBT is based on the premises that our core perceptions of events influence how we feel and behavior. And by changing these perceptions, we can improve our emotional well-being. It's often a short-term, goal-oriented therapy that teaches practical skills for coping with various challenges such as anxiety, depression, phobia, and stress. So we're going to talk about, we're going to explain that our thoughts and feelings, behavior can interconnect, and in this presentation of the cognitive models. And for example, I tell people the reason why I actually appreciate this course the most, and I did a lot of research about CBT, is how important our thoughts can affect our current situations. So I encourage people that whenever you're having, for example, a bad thought, so trying to make, instead of having that thought, because remember, our thoughts create our perception and our reality. Instead of thinking, for example, oh yeah, I'm going to drive outside, and then thinking about something bad happening to you. Yes, we all drive every day, and God forbid anything can happen to us anytime, any day. But instead of just concentrating on the fear of going out, something bad happening to you while you're driving, instead to use that fear into something else. Like for example, you use, let's say, yeah, I'm gonna go drive out there. It's beautiful outside. I'll play my music on my way, and I'm gonna go shopping, or I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go out to the movie theater. On my way, I will, stop by, let's say, get something to eat, maybe Starbucks coffee or whatever is your preference, but something good, like you channel it to something good. That's another way of coping with anxiety, for example, or phobia of driving. Just a brief example. So CBT, the cognitive model is just using positive thoughts over your negative thoughts, because remember, our thoughts can also manifest to our reality. So this is just like few overview of of CBT, brief overview, cognitive construction, behavior experiment, exposure therapy, etc. So this is just like I was saying, how we can construct our behaviors into experiments. So instead of you saying that something bad is going to happen to me as soon as I leave my house, you use something positive, like great things will happen to me as soon as I. And the restructuring, we talked about the the explanation of the cognitive reassuring technique, which I just mentioned, instead of using the negative thoughts, you use a positive thought instead. And also the example that I just gave about just having a phobia of driving, knowing that anything can happen to anyone at a particular time when you leave your house. But instead of just thinking about the fear and thinking about the phobia, that the worst case scenario, instead you use a positive thought. So we talked about homework too. Me and my colleague Taylor, when we did our video, and I was very impressed, and doing my research alone about homework assignments when it comes to this technique. I think it's by far one of the most important because when you helping people, I tell people, you know, there's a proverb in my in my African language says you can take the horse to the river, but you can't force the horse to drink. So as therapists, we can also be held accountable, but the people and the patient that we're helping should also take responsibilities for their own actions. So that's why I think homework is very important. That when you assign it, you also emphasize it, where the patient and your clients can also be accountable for their own actions, because we're talking about thoughts and patterns here, and we can see our thoughts, we can hold our thoughts, we can feel our thoughts. It's all individually. So homeworks are very important, where everybody will be held accountable at the end of the session and stuff. Yeah, conclusion, just a key recap of what I just discussed. The importance of using a positive thoughts than staying in your negative thoughts. The example of the car driving that I've used, and also the importance of homework, and just stay in the positive mindset. And also there's another proverb that we use in Africa in my language, says, if you are angry, you standing up, sit down, and if you are sitting down, you're angry, lay down. I guess the moral of the story is, whenever you're going through some kind of a distress in your life, simple exercise, simple walking around your neighborhood, by the time you get to one destination to another, you will feel like whatever you're going through, absolutely, like you will forget it, because you will be distracted by something else. So the key idea of that is, whenever you're going through something stressful, or you are thinking about something stressful, try to distract yourself as much as possible by physical activities, going to the gym, running around, just do something that you would take your mind off of the negative thoughts that you have. And yeah, these are some of the references that I was able to find on doing my research on the techniques of CBT. So I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all so much for your time. It was great having each and every one of you in this course, and I truly enjoyed this course, and the discussion boards were off the chart. I sometimes go back and just read some of the discussion boards and comments and stuff. So thank you all. It was really a great experience, and I wish you all the best. And thank you,